We're going to start with prayer. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. Dear Lord, as we prepare to elect our student body president and vice presidents for the 2025-2026 school year, please help our candidates to be themselves, to be the person you want them to be. Help them to use their gifts and talents and give their full potential, humbly and selflessly. Calm their nerves and let your grace calm their heart. Help them to realize that no matter what happens, you are here, leading them to where they are supposed to be going. Lord, help all students listening today to have an open mind, an open heart. May they discern their decisions and allow your voice to guide them during this campaign week. Together, we put our trust in your will. Amen. Our Lady of Belen, in the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. Just a couple of guidelines really quick. Number one, please listen attentively and show respect to all candidates. That's very important. Give each candidate your full attention, and they have taken the time to speak to you today. They will be a little bit nervous. This is a huge crowd. It's probably the biggest speech that they're going to give in their high school career. Please practice cura personalis. Consider the courage it takes to speak in front of all of you today. These young men have decided to share with you their intent to serve as leaders for the next school year. Be men for others. Leadership is about service. As you listen, reflect on how each candidate's vision aligns with the school's mission and with what it means for you and for the integrity of the office. Think critically about what each candidate is saying. Ask yourself, what values do they represent? Do they plan to serve our school in the best interest? And finally, please stay open-minded. Listen with an open heart and an open mind. True leadership is about understanding different perspectives. Let's create an environment where every candidate feels heard, valued, and respected. Thank you. So I'm going to bring up the vice presidential candidates first. Mr. Robbie Alonso, Mr. Javier Carreño, and Mr. Alec Arnholt.
Gentlemen, so how this is going to work, we are going to start off with your opening statements, then you guys will be answering a series of questions, and then we will end with your closing statements. For the first opening statement, we would like Robert Alonso to come up.
Good morning, gentlemen. My name is Robbie Alonso, and I'm super happy to be announcing that I'm running for vice president. As many of you guys know, I have many leadership roles previously. I've worked in Key Club, and I've been part of student council for most of my Belen career. My biggest goal here as being vice president is to increase the school's atmosphere and to have pride in coming to Belen. By doing this, I plan to have all of our voices heard by opening up a suggestion box and having everyone give their best ideas and advice. I can make one promise as your vice president, and that is that I will not raise false ideas or false hopes. I'm serious, and I will give what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. Thank you guys all, and make sure you vote Rob for VP.
Next candidate will be Alec Arnholt.
Boys, for those of you that know me, for those of you that don't, my name is Alec Arnholt. I've been on the varsity basketball team since I was a freshman, and I got the pleasure of being the captain this year. With that being said, I've been a true leader since I was young. I'm a leader that will get the message across in the right way. For my main goal for all of us together
is to increase this brotherhood. Although it is great, I feel like we could take it to the next level with everyone included. With that being said, I wanted to keep it short and simple. Vote Alec for VP.
And now for the next candidate, Javier Carreño.
What's up, boys? My name is Javier Carreño. I'm running to be your next vice president. For those of you who don't know me, I am a varsity pitcher on the baseball team here. I am the head of the WBN Live department, and I'm an altar server. What makes Belen Jesuit is all of you, and I see it firsthand. And what I want to do here as vice president is make sure that all of your voices are heard. Because Belen Jesuit is more than the AP classes, the honor courses, and the teachers. Belen is each and every one of you. And your voices need to be heard in order for this school to be a true brand of brothers. With that being said, keeping it short and sweet, for Javier Carreño for VP. Thank you.
Our first question will go to Alec. How will you ensure that students outside of student government feel included and heard?
For us, I want everyone to be able to look to the person next to them and truly believe that that's a brother next to them. Feel a connection between each other. I want everyone's voice to be heard, as we have all said, but it's really not about me. It's about us. Like, it's not just my senior year. It's your next sophomore year, your next junior year. I really just want to make it great. And that's really just bringing the brotherhood together. Just doing things together, making better student sections, working together in class, just being more comfortable, because the life, the connection, and the relationship between all of us is way past graduation. You'll be able to go to the person right next to you in 20 years, and maybe he's asking for a job, and you remember him sitting next to you in this debate, and you'll be like, I remember that kid. I grew a connection with that kid because he went to Belen, and that's what I would like to do. Thank you.
The following question is for Robbie Alonso. Many students want more engaging activities. How would you improve school events like assemblies, pep rallies, or flex?
So I think we all agree that our rallies aren't the best. I think the best thing to start with our rallies is by increasing activities and by helping everyone know. So the big thing for me is senior nights. I want to be able to give everyone the opportunity to dress down the days of senior nights and to be able to show and know that it's senior night that night. Through that, we'll all have a better understanding about going to senior nights and learning about our seniors and how they're doing in their sports. Pep rallies are going to be a lot more fun under me because I feel like I'm a very energetic person. I'm very happy and I love music. So I want to make sure that everything's always energetic that we do and everything is to the best of my ability.
This next question is for Javi Carreño. How would you incorporate more participation from other classes in school and sports-related events?
So the way we're going to incorporate other classes to student events is, number one, through getting students to actual games. So with that being said, we'll have some t-shirts for every single grade that will show school spirit you can wear to the games, for homecoming, for prep rallies, all that stuff. And the most important thing of Belen, like I stated before, is that we are one band of brothers. There's no better way to create a band of brothers than showing up for support for all of our varsity teams. Not just basketball, not just football, not just baseball, but wrestling, but every single sport here, because in reality, what's important about Belen is each and every one of you being connected and unified. So that's what I bring here to the table, bringing everyone together as one band of brothers. Thank you.
The following question is for Robbie Alonso. Describe a time when you had to stand up for what was right, even if it was difficult. How will that experience shape your leadership?
So a way I had to make something like not exactly that, but something I had to help someone understand was in peer ministry. First of all, I love and I truly center my life around God. And I found this in peer ministry and by helping this one student that really didn't have a prayer life. And I had to stand up for what was right, and what's right is to have a prayer life and to be close to God as I am, and I've grown through Belen, which I want to give to all of us. I had to teach him about how prayer is like almost like a FaceTime with God and understanding how God loves us all no matter what, and that we love God, and the best thing is to talk to him. So mainly what I'm just saying here is it's very important to stand up for one another and to help others understand what's really important.
This next question is going to Alec. What specific initiatives would you propose to enhance student engagement and strengthen the school's sense of community?
So I will be talking to administration, and one thing that's very important to me, and I've paid attention to it a lot growing up, is my mental health. One thing about mental health is you need the sleep, you need the time to recover. So I've talked to the administration about doubling late starts, so 2 each semester. But more to that is once you're ready to be in class, once you're more engaged, you feel like you want to be there. And to be honest, it's better. It's more fun. You're not lagging through the day. You're not going through the day like you don't want to be there. So that's one of the things that I want to bring to us as a whole. Thank you.
The following question is for Javi Carreño. As Vice President, your role is to support the President while also bringing your own leadership strengths. How would you collaborate effectively with any of the candidates running for President, even if their leadership style differs from yours?
Well, I firmly believe that with all 3 presidential candidates, I have a phenomenal relationship with all of them. Not to mention that in the classroom, through group projects, not everyone you work with is going to have your line of reason. So you always have to think on your toes to better understand what the other person's opinion is, all that stuff, because at the end of the day, they're more than just you in the school. I'm serving you as a student body. So maybe you guys want something that maybe I didn't see. I need to be able to adjust and think and actually be like, that's a good idea. So with the 3 presidential candidates, I believe no matter who it is, I am the type of person who's open, honest, and hardworking that will adjust to whoever is in office. Thank you.
This next question is for Alec. Alec, how will you ensure that students outside of student government feel included and heard?
So one idea that I wanted to bring to the administration is social media accounts. So we're all on our phones, we're all seeing everything. I want to use a fan account through the students that will like promote game days, how a player did one day, and really just put it in your face that there's a game and it's important and we all need to show up. Because if we have this many people at games, sporting events, club events, like even the smallest things, it creates a bigger brotherhood, and that's really my biggest thing. It's not about me, again, it's about us. So that's what I want to say. Thank you.
The next question is for Javi Carreño. How do you plan to keep students informed about what student government is doing? Do you think it is important for the student body to be informed?
So one of the things that's actually on my platform is a weekly email that will be sent out to the students. Belen Jesuit is more, like I said, than the classes and the APs, all that stuff. Belen is each and every one of you. So in my platform, I will be sending one email every week saying every single varsity sport that is occurring that day and if there's a theme. So that way every single student here has no excuse to say, I didn't know there's a game. Oh, I didn't know this was this. I didn't know that. None of that. I want to make sure every student is informed, and I believe that Belen Jesuit is founded by the students. and the students need to be aware of everything that is occurring. Not to mention also, we'll send hopefully an email once a week or every 2 weeks saying everything that's happening behind the scenes in student council. Because again, I don't want people thinking, oh, he doesn't do anything. Oh, student council is not doing this. Full transparency. And I believe that is what's going to make Belen Jesuit a stronger and more unified place.
Robbie, what problem or challenge at Belen are you most passionate about solving, and how will you tackle it?
I know it was said already, but I really feel it's important for us to get our sleep. Sleep is so important, and people do not understand the value of sleep and how it affects our mental health and our body's growth. Specifically for the middle schoolers on spending late nights on the games, and all of a sudden it's 3 in the morning and you got to wake up in 4 hours. Late starts are a great way to catch up on sleep. And I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to say that I'm going to get it on the day after Halloween, because that's a day of solemnity, the All Saints Day. But it's so important, and I'm so passionate about all of us getting our sleep to improve our growth, our mind, and our understanding about our school and the world around us. Thank you.
The following question will be asked to all three candidates. First to Javier Carreño. How will your faith and the core values, cura personalis and magis, influence your leadership style?
As most of you know, I'm an altar server here in Belen. And the reason why I became an altar server was thanks to Brother Hunter on one day in Tombola. He came out to me and told me that I believe you have the capabilities to actually do this, and he said he wanted me to do it. That day has changed my life to become closer to God, and I believe that day is the foundation of me becoming a man. What I want to do is make sure that every single student here is connected, but most important thing is God. Because as everyone says, AMDG, that's what we strive for here in Belen. Belen Jesuit is a place for fun, it's a place for student engagement, but it's also a place for God. And we need to make sure that whoever we pick here for the years in the future, that Jesus Christ is the number one thing in everyone's hearts. Thank you.
Alec, how will your faith and the core values, cura personalis and magis, influence your leadership style?
As Robbie may have said, I wasn't the most religious person when I was younger, but things along the way when I've grown up have made me get a lot closer to God. And I really believe Belen was the reason for that. To be honest, like, I didn't pray. I was maybe like some of you guys today. I was like, God's gonna lead the way. But like recently, I've been able to pray every night, and Jesus has led me to this day that I'm able to lead young men like you, and I'm so grateful for that. And how I will lead us is basically just asking God to help us create a connection that's bigger than Belen. Like everyone says it every day. It needs to be bigger than Belen. Like I said previously, you'll know the person next to you 20 years past graduation. And the number one thing and the number one most important thing for that is creating a relationship with Jesus. And he will lead the way for you. Thank you.
Now for Robbie Alonso, how will your faith and the core values, cura personalis and magis, influence your leadership style?
So as I said earlier, I am a peer minister, so all these things, cura personalis and magis, mean a lot to me. To have cura personalis and to use it for other people is by understanding that people have more than just their looks or what's going on, like the way you see them. Like, people have lives outside of school. People have like problems outside of school. And it's by understanding those that I could use in the brothership program. The brothership program is another way to bring in incorporating talking to your peers and learning about other people and learning deeply about their needs and about what they know and about what they're having troubles with. It's a great opportunity to learn about others and to, really find someone that has a similar connection with you. On my past junior encounter, I was able to talk to someone that we had veered off a little bit from being friends, and we got closer through it because we realized our lives are so similar and we deal with so much of the same things. It's so important to care about the whole person, not about their size, the way they look, or all that. It's about what matters in their heart, and my biggest thing is opening up that suggestion box and having it open the whole semester to listen to what everyone has and everyone's ideas to use in school. Thank you.
We will now move on to our closing statements, Javier Carreño being the first candidate.
All right, so I hope after this, you guys get a bigger understanding of who I am as a person and what type of leader I will strive to be. I mean, I think I touched upon every single point that I really wanted to touch upon. The ball is in your court now. Just make sure that we're informed, all that stuff. And if you have any questions, please email me. And yeah, Javi for EP.
Like, if you could give your closing statement.
First off, I want to say thank you for your consideration and taking your time here to listen to what I had to say. With that being said, I want to keep it short and simple. I hope we create a connection, and I hope I convince you to vote Alec for VP!
Now Robbie Alonso's closing statement.
Thank you, and thank you guys so much for listening. Being a part of this school has given me so much, and I feel like it's my turn to give back. So I really plan, and I hope I got to understand you guys a little bit, and I hope you guys got to understand me a little bit, and you guys learned a little bit about me. And with all that said, don't get robbed, vote for Rob.
And that concludes our vice presidential student hall.
Thank you, vice presidential candidates. If we can have the presidential candidates come up. Gabriel Lacayo, Max Erdman, and Tatico Martinez.
Gentlemen, how the town hall will work, it will begin with your opening statements, a series of questions, and then followed by your closing statements. For the first opening statement, we would like Max Erdman to come up.
What up, boys? Yo, let's get hype. We got 600 people here, only 50 people clapping. Let's get some noise, boys. So I wanted to start off with a little introduction. I hope like most of you guys have like put a face to the name through the flex visits, campaigning, wristbands, all that. But if you haven't already like met me, I am a varsity lacrosse player. I run the pickleball club here at Belen. I'm also a flex and beyond Belen representative. For those of you that know what that is, I wanted to go over my platform, just like name the ideas. I don't want to spend too much time, but student coffee station. I know a lot of you guys might have heard about that. Maybe you think it's like unrealistic, but I'm already having like a ton of progress on it, talking to faculty. I already set up a meeting with Richard running the cafeteria. Second, targeted late starts. What Robbie said, might not happen Halloween, but why not make, Labor Day a 4.5-day weekend, like get a few extra hours a weekend, like have some fun. Third idea, class cup. This is more of like a way to boost participation at games. Then we got the Belen mentoring system. This will pair a lot of you guys with a middle schooler, help them out. They have a lot of questions, might need some guidance. And then lastly, it's emphasis on intramurals. I know a lot of us maybe didn't have as many intramurals as we wanted to. I had a lot of fun with them in middle school. So I'm gonna plan on getting one a semester for every single grade. I hope you guys can get something out of this debate. All 5 of these guys are amazing candidates. If I could vote for VP, I would vote all 3 of them. But I want to show you guys why I'm the best candidate for president. Vote Max for president, boys. Thank you.
Next candidate, Lacayo.
All right. What's up, guys? My name is Gabriel Lacayo, and I'm running for your student council president. I'm a member of the football team. My family's been part of the school for multiple generations, and I want to make sure that you guys have the funnest year possible. That's either through you guys picking your intramurals. I want to bring back pep rallies. I want to bring back blue versus gold, and I want one big field trip at the end of the year for every grade. All of these things are realistic. All of them have happened before, and I'll make sure that they happen. I have a fantastic relationship with Mr. Andion, Mr. De Angulo, and Father Willie, and I promise you, I'm here to make sure that you guys have the best year possible. Thank you, guys. Vote Gabriel Lacayo for president.
And now for Tatico.
Alright guys, if you guys don't know me already, my name's Junior Martinez. Most of you guys probably know me as Tatico. I've been blessed with a lot of leadership qualities. If it's not on the football field as being a quarterback, it's on the baseball field as being a pitcher. I'm a vice president of the biggest club here in Belen, Key Club. I have the most service hours here. I'm also blessed to have my own organization, Tatico's Warm Hugs, which is probably one of the biggest organizations we have here. I'm also a peer minister. I started in 9th grade, so I've also helped a lot of people grow religiously with a connection with God. The reason why I'm running is not just for the big title of being president. It's not to just add something extra on my resume. The reason why I'm running is because next year I want to have the best year, not only for the seniors, but for the whole school. I know I could do this with all of you guys, with all the help of you guys, and I want to start a legacy that could continue after I graduate for only that it could continue to get better and not continue to be worse. So vote Tatico for president.
The first question will be for Lacayo. How will you make sure every student, from freshmen to seniors, feel represented in student government decisions?
Yeah, so I'm a very open person. I'm like Javi said, I want to do a thing where I send a weekly email to make sure that you guys know what's happening. I want in the big events like Blue versus Gold and the pep rallies, I want every grade to get involved. So almost like a relay race around the entire school. I want to make it bigger and better than ever. So I want to make sure that you guys have so much fun. I want to give you guys the opportunities that I never had in the school and to be to be remembered. So I just want to make sure that you guys have a super fun year and that every grade is represented. Thank you guys.
This next question is for Max. Max, what are you most passionate about getting passed from your platform and why?
Well, I'm definitely most passionate about all my ideas, but if I had to pick one that I really want to get passed so that it's set up for next year, it would have to be the student coffee station. I'm gonna run you guys through how that's gonna work because I want it to be clear that it's possible, it's supported by the faculty, and it can happen before next year. So basically what would happen is it would be similar to Cafe Belen in the mornings, except kind of throughout the school day. And it would be run by the cafeteria. You would fill up a coffee, you could pay for it with your ID, like the Belen book, stuff like that. And then you would make a hall pass to go in and out of your class. Of course, it would depend on whether or not the teacher lets you drink it in class, but that's not up to me, it's up to the teacher. I think we could all use it. I know a lot of people, it's tough to stay completely attentive for 8 hours. A lot of people need a boost of energy, so student coffee station will definitely be passed for next year if you guys vote me for president. Thank you, boys.
This question is for Tatico. Student government has limits on what it can do. How will you work with administration to make realistic, lasting changes?
Alright, so pretty much I believe I have a great connection with all of administration. I'm the type of person that I won't take no for an answer. If I go to administration and they say no, I'll try to work around until they say yes. I'll try to get ideas and see like pinpoints on what they have to say that they don't like, and I'll try to fix it. Another thing I want to do is that next year, I don't want it to only be 10 guys in the student council board. I want everybody to have a voice, not only the seniors. I want everybody to give me ideas to see if we can get passed. For everybody to have a good year. Thank you.
Our next question is for Lacayo. How do you plan to increase student engagement in school traditions, athletics, and community service?
Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, I think the pep rallies and the blue versus gold is a super good way to bring back school spirit, because I think we lost that a lot this year. Polar Palooza is also super big. Like, we just had a family feud that I also want to bring a lot more hype for. And I think these big events really get us together. They bring us closer and they allow us to have a lot of fun. So just making more events and allowing every grade to get involved. Thank you.
The next question is for Max. What do you believe is your strongest leadership characteristic, and how will that help you in this leadership position?
Basically, I want to lead by example. I know a lot about the presidency. It's about results. It's about what you see in your daily life at Belen that the student government has worked tirelessly for, so that your experience here at Belen is better. I know that my experiences in lacrosse, my experiences within our grade as the Beyond Belen representative, flex representative, and the president of a club are all leadership roles that'll help me be a better president. I want every single person here to know me on a personal level, so that I can talk to them, I can tell them what I'm doing. We can send the emails like the other candidates have been saying, but I want to actually make a difference, not so that the sixth graders get a field trip, but so that every single grade can see a difference in their time at Belen. So vote for Max. Thank you.
Our next question is for Tatico. Tatico, why do you believe you are prepared to be student council president?
I believe I'm prepared just because of all the leadership things I've done. Like I've said, I'm vice president of the biggest club here in Belen, Key Club. I've also shown leadership. I've been playing baseball since I was 3 years old. I've been playing pitcher, which is arguably one of the biggest leadership positions in any sport. Also quarterback in football. Also in peer ministry, where I've been leading since 9th grade to help all you guys grow closer with your relationship with God. So I feel like I've been prepared pretty much my whole life for a big leadership position like this. So thank you.
The following question is for Lacayo. What is one issue at Belen that you think student government hasn't addressed well in the past, and how would you change that?
I think this year it was school spirit. I think we lacked a lot of it. There wasn't a lot of attendance in the big events. And I think, having a lot of school spirit allows us to have some pride, allows us to enjoy the school a lot more, and allows you guys to enjoy coming each and every day. So I think student council, there was obviously a lot of events, but with me as president, I can promise you that there's going to be a lot of hype, a lot of fun here at Belen.
Next question goes to Max. Max, what impact do you hope to leave on the school community if elected?
Got it. So a main focus about my campaign, as I just finished off, was school spirit. I know a lot of us, maybe it's because, we don't want to drive to Belen at 7 p.m., but we're not showing up at sports events as much as we need to be. And what I want to do is I want to incentivize attending games. I want to have a member of my board at every single game, at least one of them, so that you can check in. Basically, what my idea is a class cup. You'll check in with the board member, you'll get participation points is what I'm going to call it, and it'll work towards your flex, and whichever flex at the end of the semester has the most points will get, a churrasco lunch, pizza lunch, something that will make all the time spent worth it. And not to mention, it's fun to go to a game. Who doesn't like a hype crowd, a nice student section, especially if you're a player, it's a big help. So I want to definitely drill the class cup, and if you guys can read the rest of my platform, I definitely recommend it. Thank you, boys. Get some claps, get some claps.
The next question is for Tatico. What are 3 specific things you want to accomplish if elected, and how will you make them happen?
All right, so the biggest things that I probably have on my platform idea, the first one is a water field day. It's a little switch up from a field day. It's basically a huge water field day that everybody will have. We're gonna compete. It's a water activity, so you're gonna compete within your grade in flexes, and at the end, there will be a winner and a prize. My second one, as previously stated, I do believe we need more participation in all the games. Not only games, we need more participation in concerts, plays, and everything. Because truly, Belen's not really about all the sports. I plan on doing this in the sports. There's obviously halftime, and in between quarters that will have games. So something I want to bring back is if you win the game, you make a half-court shot, I'm trying to bring back, you get to skip the line for lunch for the whole week. That could be one of the prizes. The third one I want to do is 6th grade, there's a lock-in. I want to have a 9th grade overnight. In 9th grade, Belen accepts new 9th graders, and they'll never be able to experience the lock-in. So since they come in 9th grade, they won't be able to experience it. So I want to incorporate that in one of my main platform ideas, so the 9th grade bond could be a lot stronger, and they could experience what lock-in really is.
The following question will be asked to all 3 vice presidential candidates. First for Lacayo. How do you plan to set an example for younger students and future leaders at Belen?
I've always considered myself a leader from a young age. I mean, I hope you ask any of the football guys, they consider me a leader. I love reaching out to you guys. I love hearing your stories. And I love being involved in the school. You know, I'm super involved. I've been here since 6th grade, but like I said, my family's been here for multiple generations. The school means everything to me, and I want to make sure that I'm as involved as possible as I can be.
Tatico, how do you plan to set an example for younger students and future leaders at Belen?
So for me, at least personally, when I started doing my own things for Key Club, I was really shy. I didn't really want to do everything. I thought people were gonna make fun of me, to be honest. And just seeing older people and other people doing what they believed in, that's truly what impacted me to do my own thing. So I hope that if you guys see me as president, you guys see me doing all these fun activities with everybody, that'll inspire you guys to do your own thing and to have your voice for your own self. So thank you.
The question is for Erdman now. How do you plan to set an example for younger students and future leaders at Belen?
So setting an example for the younger students, one of my ideas on my platform is a Belen mentor program where all of you guys can partake in getting a middle schooler to sort of be an example for. But other than that, me personally, I need to embody the Jesuit core values, career personalis, magis, all that. I need to work hard, show people that, I'm getting stuff done. It's not just I'm working hard for nothing. I want you guys to actually see what's going on. So I hope I can be a role model for all you guys. I hope you guys like me for president. Thank you, boys.
We will now move on to our closing statements. Tatico.
All right, just to pretty much end it off, I know you guys had a lot of information that was just said, but I just want to say that I know next year will be amazing with all 3 of us as a board in the position of student council president. So I know next year it'll be fine, whoever makes the outcome to be president. One thing I really do want you guys to know is that I don't want it to just be for the seniors. I want the whole school to incorporate their ideas, high school and middle school, for everybody to have their own idea and their own thing that they like. So vote Tatico for president.
Now for Gabriel Lacayo.
I want to use this time to just thank everyone that's been involved. I want to thank all my classmates, coaches, teammates, parents, family. I'm just blessed to be in this position to lead you guys. And I just want to ensure that you guys have the best year possible. This is all about you guys. I want to give you guys the opportunity that I never had here as a student. I want to make sure that you guys remember this year forever and that it's your best year here at Belen. So vote Lacayo for president. Thank you guys.
Our last closing statement will be given by Max.
Thank you boys all for coming. I know even if it was against your will, you guys paid attention. Some of you guys were falling asleep, not to self-promo, but the coffee station would come in clutch. The Belen environment that I've seen so far, I've learned to love it, and I've wanted to be a part of it, ever since I was in 6th grade. And I have the plan, I just need the platform. So it's up to you guys to vote me for president, and I promise you boys I'll make a change. Thank you.
First of all, we want to thank Mr. Fuentes and Mr. Moye for moderating the town hall debate as president and vice president this year. We would like to thank all the candidates, vice presidential candidates and presidential candidates for giving their thoughts and opinions on what they can do next year to better yourselves. Now, I want to make sure that we dismiss in an orderly fashion so you have time in your flex. So if we could have the